Hello everyone, and welcome to Dolly's Food Fusion,
the cooking show where my wife and I attempt to recreate my family recipes.
You are watching part 2 of our Diwali special sweet series. Check the link in our description for the rest of our delicious Diwali sweet recipes. Also, make sure you subscribe to our channel so that you don't miss out on the rest of our Diwali series coming very soon. Today we are making Rasmalai. This is the creamier cousin of the iconic Rasgulla, and we're going to be making a lot of it today because it is my husband's favorite sweet. So what are we waiting for? Let's get cooking! So I'm going to start off by showing you all of our wonderful ingredients. We're going to be using 3 liters of low-fat milk. We have 2% here. We're also going to be using 3 cups of sugar, 1/4 cup of sweetened condensed milk, 1/4 cup of vinegar. You can also use lemon juice instead. 1 handful of sliced almonds, a handful of crushed or chopped pistachios, 1/2 teaspoon of cardamom powder, 1 teaspoon of cornstarch, and a few strands of saffron. So we're going to start off today by making our chenna for our rasmalai. Add 2 liters of your low-fat milk into a kadai and heat it. Consistently stir this and bring it to a boil. When your milk begins to boil, turn off the flame and let it rest for a few minutes. Now we're going to add a little bit of vinegar to this at a time while still consistently stirring. And you'll see that your milk will slowly begin to curdle. Now we're just going to pour some ice water over this so that we can cool it down. So now that we've made our chenna, we have to squeeze out the water. For that, we place a sieve on top of a large bowl, and then we place some cheesecloth on top of the sieve. And now we're just going to start pouring in our chenna. Shake it and try to drain as much water as possible out of it as shown. Now we're going to pour some additional water over this so we can get rid of that vinegar taste. Now we have to squeeze this out extremely well so that we can get it as dry as possible. You can optionally choose to hang this for 4 hours instead. When you have as much water squeezed out of it as possible, you can set this aside to continue to dry while we make the rabri for our rasmalai.
To make our rabri, we start with pouring 1 liter of milk into a kadai. Heat it to medium-high heat and add some saffron strands. When it heats up, add half a teaspoon of cardamom powder, your handful of sliced almonds, and your handful of chopped pistachio. Also add your 1/4 cup of condensed milk and stir well. Keep stirring and bring it to a boil. Once it's boiling, cook for 2 to 3 minutes. Then add 1 cup of sugar and mix well. Cook this again for another 5 minutes. You should have a liquidy consistency. Now turn off the flame and keep it aside.
So our chenna looks pretty dry now, so now we're going to be forming it into a dough. Take your chenna and knead it with your palm until it becomes very smooth. Now add 1 teaspoon of corn flour to this and mix well. Combine this mixture into a ball and then start taking little pieces out of it and forming them into disc-like shapes as shown. So as you can see, these are now ready to dip into our sugar syrup.
Now it's time to make our sugar syrup. Add 2 cups of sugar to a kadai. Then add 6 cups of water. Stir it together and bring it to a boil. Now it's time to add our rasagollas. Now cook them on high flame for 15 minutes. You can cover them if you like, but turn them carefully every couple of minutes. Keep an eye on them, they should be growing in size. After 15 minutes, turn off the flame. Let them rest in the hot syrup for another 5 minutes. Now pour some syrup into a bowl with ice cubes and then add the rasagollas. Keep them in the icy syrup for 30 minutes.
So our rasgullas have been resting in their icy sugar syrup for about half an hour now, so now we're ready to place them in our malai. Take a rasgulla and squeeze it lightly between your palms to get rid of the excess syrup. Now place it in the rabri and do the same for the rest of your rasgullas. Now we're pretty much done. All we have to do is let these rest in the rabri for at least 4 to 5 hours so that they can fully soak up that flavor.